Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, bringing you guys a random gameplay here of some Black Ops 2 on the map of Mirage. This is one of the DLCs. I will be getting the Black Ops, or excuse me, the Ghost DLC, and maybe trying that out here in the days to come. So maybe see some Ghost gameplay from the new maps coming up on my channel this week. But got a random video for you guys today. A little topic here would be my wife actually got in a car accident. Kind of crazy. It was actually pretty. It wasn't that bad of a car accident. It was very minimal. And look at that little rocket action right here. I don't even know why I'm using this thing. Honestly, I think I was trying to make the cars explode. But anyway, so what ended up happening is she ends up working now. She's a nurse, and she works in head trauma ICU or something like that. And she basically got she works 7:30 or 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. in the morning. So she ends up working, and unfortunately for her night shift thing, she works 3 days back to back to back. So she works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that, for an example, and then she'll have Thursday or Friday or whatever else off. But anyway, just a little preface. I don't know what the word is. Preface to the story here. So ended up happening, she ends up working 3 days in a row, and then the next morning for some reason she has to go in, I guess once every 4 months she ends up having to do these other meetings. And she went to this meeting, and on the way home she was gonna go get her nails done actually, and on the way home she ended up stopping at a stop light, and was an exit on the off ramp, and some guy just like ran in, some Cadillac just ended up rear-ending her, and it ended up hitting the back right-hand corner of her car. Luckily, she wasn't injured. It actually did some minor damage to the back bumper, a little maybe a 5-inch gash across the bumper, but with causing this damage to her car, it's honestly been the biggest pain in the ass ever. Just such a small amount of damage. It would have been better if it just did no damage, because then we wouldn't have to deal with anything. So anyway, the guy was like, "Well, can we please just go through through directly, and I'll pay you cash to get it fixed because I don't want it going to my insurance and all this other crap." Well, we ended up taking it in and getting some quotes on it that day, this was actually last Friday. So we ended up taking it in for some insurance quotes on Friday. And it was just kind of a joke because we took it into one place, and the turnaround time was so slow that I was like, well, maybe we don't want to take it to this place because we don't want to wait a couple weeks to get the car fixed. Well, it was a big kind of a mistake because no matter where you take it, it's going to be weeks and weeks and weeks to be able to get this damn thing fixed. So we went in and got one quote. It was going to be about $800. The guy didn't realize that the paint was actually a pearlescent paint. My wife has a 2012, I think, or 2011 Hyundai Sonata, which actually they were pretty decent cars. I mean, it was. I never thought I'd ever buy a Hyundai, but it was one of those things that the new models are actually pretty decent, and they actually outsell Honda Accords and Toyota Camrys, which are two cars, family style kind of cars that I would have considered in the future. But anyway, so this thing ended up happening, and we ended up taking it in $800 to fix the bumper, and that was the quote price at least. And then we ended up taking it to a second place because I know some people that own this other location, and we took it to them just to get a quote. It ended up being $900 from them. Regardless, we ended up having to call the guy, and he didn't answer, of course. So it ends up happening. He ends up calling back a handful of minutes later, and she says, "Hey, it's going to cost like $900. You still want to do this independently, or do we have to go through insurance, or what do you want to do?" And he said, "Okay, yeah, it's too much. Let's go through the insurance," which I guess like 99% of the time the insurance or the auto body guy was like, "Yeah, this is what ends up happening." And you can tell in this game everybody ended up rage quitting. It was kind of unfortunate. But anyway, so we end up having to go through his insurance. Well, the insurance company is closed on the weekends, and it ends up being some ridiculously small-time insurance company, which honestly is a huge pain in the ass. Like, some people have like insurance companies. Everybody, when you think of insurance companies, you think of Progressive, you think of Geico, you think of State Farm, some of these major companies. Well, in this situation, it's some super duper small time insurance company. Nobody's ever heard of it, so of course the reaction time just sucks. They're like, well, we can't get to it today because I don't even know why they didn't get to it. They didn't get back to her till late Friday, which the accident happened in the morning. Oh yeah, but anyway, oh yeah, there's only two people on the other team. How crappy is this? Anyway, so I forgot to tell you. So as we were going to the second place, I ended up getting pulled over, um, like myself, because we were trying to find this location, and there's three different spots up this one road where the owners of this company have a bunch of different stores, and they have just a bunch of different crap. Well, it ended up happening, so I went to the wrong place twice, to two different places, and then I just kept driving up the road to find the third place, and I left my wife back where the second place was, and I was just going to try to figure out where it was, and for some reason, I was just super pissed at this time, and I'm driving up the road, literally a half a mile from where I stopped the second time, and all of a sudden, a cop pulls me over. Now, I'm getting pulled over because I'm on my cell phone. Now, I already got pulled over a month and a half, 2 months ago, for being on my cell phone, and I got a ticket for having expired plates, and also, and I didn't even realize that plates were expired. Expired plates, and also I was talking on my cell phone, and I got pulled over at a stoplight, where he ended up pulling me over for being on my phone. So I had to go through some diversion class to be able to not talk on my phone, and then this guy pulls me over for talking on my phone. And in Oregon, they don't turn down those tickets anymore because it's usually a $160 ticket just flat off the top for being on your cell phone. And since I did the diversion, it would have been $160, no way around it. Well, the guy ended up being pretty cool because I was trying to explain to him what happened. I was like, I ended up getting like I was just like a half mile back. I'm pissed off. We're trying to get my wife's car figured out. She got in an accident today. I pulled over 3 different places down this road. Can't find the damn location. And she's going to be passing us in a second because we were like just both trying to coordinate 2 different cars in case we had to drop off her car. And I was like, I'm just trying to get to this location, and I needed to call her because I didn't want her to be lost. So it was literally only a half mile back, and here she comes right here. She passes us, and I'm like, it's really frustrating because I'm just trying to get this all figured out, and blah, blah, blah. He's like, dude, he's like, honestly, because you were being honest with me, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys off of this ticket. But he's like, just don't talk on your phone. Get hands free, or pull over to the side of the road, please, going forward. And I was so stoked because I've never been pulled over. I guarantee it was because my wife actually pulled up because, I mean, it pays that she's decent looking. I mean, she's a pretty good looking girl. So, but she pulled up and she's like, "Hi, officer." And it ended up working out, I think, in my benefit. But anyway, long story short, ended up getting a ticket, or getting out of a ticket and getting the price quote thing. And then now it's like this big situation where we just have to go and I took pictures of the car, luckily, but it took all weekend. Nobody called us back, and then nobody called us Monday morning back, so I called them because my wife has to sleep during the day on Monday because Monday night she works 7:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. again for the next couple days, so it's like now we have to have somebody come out and take a look at the car, and it's just kind of a pain. And then after they look at the car and give the appraisal, which we've already done, then they have to give us like, or we gave them the quote, and then they have to approve the quote that we were given, and then the body shop has to do the work and all those other things. It's just a big, huge pain in the backside. And then in the meanwhile, she's gonna have to get a rental car probably, all for this little itty bitty gash on the bumper, which is just pretty unfortunate. But man, I don't know. We haven't been in an accident in a long time, so this is the first in a long time. Leave a comment. Let me know if you have been in an accident lately, and how much of a pain in the ass has it been for you guys when you get in an accident. Anytime you have to exchange insurance information, and then we have insurance. This guy has this insurance company that totally sucks. It just makes it pretty difficult, but it is what it is. Anyway, this is the end of the game. We ended up destroying these guys, and with 39-4, unfortunately, because they did not have a full party. If you guys want to see some random older gameplays, leave a comment, let me know. But I'll try to post some random commentaries through the week for you guys. Still no direction on quite what I want to do with the channel, just random stuff. But have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace.